to the entertainment Talking Sports.
What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about Rob Gronkowski, the former Patriots tight end, who, of course, played with Joe Judge, who was at the Super Bowl yesterday. And this is common when you're at the Super Bowl. Obviously, you're getting media from across the entire country, and they're going to ask about their specific teams. Of course, there's New York Giants reporters there. New York Giants reporters are going to ask the people there New York Giants questions, which is why we got some of the quotes we got yesterday in the video I did yesterday about the quarterback coach. And now we got some quotes about Joe Judge, the former special teams coach. And one thing I wanted to say before I get started on the video is a lot of my subscribers have basically, not a lot, some have said, it's not about the coaching, it's about the players. And to that, I agree for somewhat anyway, that you definitely need talent. And some of the younger talent hopefully gets better with the coaches we've brought in. And I'll continue to say that this is a question mark. I'm optimistic about it. I'm going to remain optimistic. But yes, Joe Judge has never been a head coach before. We don't know what we got yet. It could be great. It could be bad. We're going to have to wait and see. But I do like some of the staff that he's brought in. And hopefully they're headed in the right direction. I'm also going to continue to stress I'm going to be patient. I'm not going to judge this staff off the first year. Obviously, I'm going to partially judge them, but I'm not going to come to a final conclusion. They got to get the pieces in here that they're going to need to be successful. And hopefully these young, smart minds that they've brought in are going to get the most out of the talent that is provided. That is what they do in New England. They don't have the most talented players. And hopefully Joe Judge and this staff is a young, emerging coaching staff. So we're going to have to wait and see. But I am encouraged by some of the things I've heard about Joe Judge, and this is no different from what came off the mouth of Rob Gronkowski. I also want to say that I said I'd have a mock draft up today. That's probably going to be pushed back one more day because I have a video I wanted to put out for you guys regarding free agency a little bit. So that'll be up in a little bit as well. And I want to make sure I put out the best mock draft possible. So I should have that out by tomorrow. And then I'll get into the mock drafts, probably doing once a week, once every other week. But back to the story, back to Rob Gronkowski, who, of course, is at the Super Bowl. Where else would he be? The guy's a party animal. And, always a fun player that always has a lot to say. And it was no different here when he was asked about Joe Judge. So I wanted to get into some of the quotes, and then I wanted to give you guys my quick thought on what he had to say about our new head coach in Joe Judge. And there's Rob, and there's, of course, Joe Judge. And this is what he had to say. Got this off of GiantsWire.com, who got this off, I believe, of CBS. But here's the first quote. Joe Judge is a great guy, a laughing Gronk said via New Jersey Advanced Media. He's out of control, and I love it. And when I read that, I was like, really? Out of control? He doesn't seem like the type of guy that's out of control. Now, we did hear that Joe Judge has a good sense of humor, and he's relatable, and the players do like him. So I was a little surprised when he said out of control. Joe Judge does not seem to be the type of guy that's out of control, but that may just be a phrase that Rob Gronkowski uses when he talks about people that he really likes. He's out of control in all ways. He's fun to be around. He has a lot of great jokes, and they're funny. He had me laughing many times in the meetings. So, that's cool. He's relatable. The players like him. We're going to get into a few more things that Gronkowski said, but that first quote, that threw me back a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I was like, really? Interesting. Because he seems like a straightforward guy, but it is good to be relatable to your players. Next thing he had to say. Yeah, he was a special teams coach, but let me tell you, he knew the special teams inside and out, Gronkowski said. He knew where every single player needed to be on every single play. It was unbelievable. And he knew it like that as he snapped his finger. He knew it in a split second. So it wasn't like we had to think of where the player needed to be. He knew it in a split second. You just knew he's made for the game of football. And then finally, he had to say this. He's a great coach for the Giants organization. Just the passion that he brings to the game is tremendous. He has so much passion for the game, and that's what you need if you want to be a coach. You got to love the game of football to the max, and that's what he does. He loves the game. He knows the game of football inside and out. And that's what Gronkowski had to say about your new head coach. And let me tell you, I love hearing that, man, because I want a head coach that loves the game of football. That's what Bill Belichick is. Bill Belichick's the type of guy that loves the game in and out. May not be the most personable guy, which it seems as if Joe Judge is a little bit more, saying that he's cracking jokes in the meetings, things like that. But, it sounds like this guy sleeps with a football. It sounds like we all know that his dream was always to be a head coach. It's why he got doctorate in education to teach football players on how to become better. He's always eyed this position. We've heard other quotes from Matt Patricia. I didn't make a video on it, but Matt Patricia basically said that, he knew from the start that Joe Judge was going to be a head coach someday. And nothing but incredibly encouraging things have come out from former Patriot coaches, former Alabama coaches, and former players. And most recently now, Rob Gronkowski. So just something I wanted to get up for you guys to continue to be optimistic about this coaching staff, and hopefully we get this team off on the right foot in 2020 and start our own dynasty maybe in 3 or 4 years. We're going to have to wait and see, but I do love Joe Judge. I love this coaching staff, and I'm just trying to remain optimistic and hope this team gets off to a nice start in 2020 and beyond. As always, guys, if you like what you watch, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.